These are the only 4 things you need to know to get really, really strong and jacked in the process, which is always nice. Whether you just started going to the gym or if you've been going for some time now, I think everybody can find value in this approach. These 4 pillars come in order of succession, so we're gonna work through them one at a time. I posted about this earlier, so check this out if you want a written version. I'm kind of expanding on it here. So let's jump into it. Number 1, focus your time and energy on the exercises you really like doing. It doesn't have to be squat, bench, deadlift. If you're not a power lifter, that's not the point. It could be a bicep curl for all I care. It's the exercises that get you so fired up to train that need to be at the top of the totem pole. And that's where this process begins. Dedicate the majority of your working sets to these target exercises, just enough to make progress. There are way too many overly complicated, overly bloated, paralysis-inducing programs out there that don't need to be that way. So when you're starting out, stick to these core movements. Number 2, introduce 1, maybe 2 close variations of the parent lift that will target weaknesses and sticking points. So let's say that the parent lift is a squat. You do your working sets and you notice, out of curiosity, that you have problems at the bottom of the squat. It starts to slow down. So what you could do, adding a variation, is introduce a pause squat, to where you intentionally pause at that bottom portion of the movement and squat up. This is gonna do 2 things. Number 1 is it's going to allow you to compensate for those weak points so you can smooth out the relative effort curve. It'll also force you to take weight off the bar. So even if you train these movements close to failure, they won't be as fatiguing as the parent lift because the absolute loading is lighter. Number 3, after doing this for some time, you might notice some systemic fatigue buildup. It might be in your best interest to introduce exercises that mimic the movement pattern, but offer some more stability. So for example, in this case, if we're talking about the squat, the pause squat, another option down from that could be a leg press or a hack squat, something that looks like a squatting movement, but doesn't involve the axial loading. Something like a leg press will eliminate the axial loading that comes from all of these barbell squats, and it will allow you to train your glutes or your quads in a little bit more of a targeted fashion, and it will allow you to train even closer to failure more often than even the slight variations of the parent lifts. And lastly, number 4, you could probably ride these first 3 waves for a while, but at some point you might find that I just need to develop certain muscles or muscle groups more to an extent that maybe my squat, pause squat, and leg press combination just can't adequately address. So you might do a isolation exercise like a leg extension, a leg curl, or you could do unilateral movements like lunges, stuff like that, and that could develop and bring up those lagging muscle groups. With those 4 steps, that's pretty much all you need when it comes to training. It's not the only viable option, but it is a very guided approach that might help you navigate problems that you will come across in the future. If this was at all helpful to you, drop me a follow, and if you think that you'd benefit from a more individualized approach to your training, go to the link in my bio for one-on-one coaching.